Bashers. It is Tuesday, May 20th at 5 p.m. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Speedy Tuesday. It is the official day of the Omega Speedmaster. How are you all? Yes, the day is here. I am on the new system. I was up till about 5:30 in the morning last night trying to get that thing to work. I'll show you some pictures of the surgery that I did and how unfun it was. It was not very fun. I'm on this giant screen, so I'm looking at you from a slightly different angle because I've got all my other stuff on the other side. So far, so great. How are you all? It's great to see everybody in the room. Let's start off with RP1960 got in there. Bam! Number one, Basher of the Day. You are the top. Basher of the Day. You never gonna stop. Great to see you in the room. Big shout out to Rose today, who's watching the show. She's never watched the show ever. Hi, Rose. I'm upstairs, and I'll see you after the show. I set up her laptop. She has an M1 laptop sitting on her desk, and while she was having some lunch, egg salad on German white bread. And I said, I always tell her about, I gotta go do my show. And so to explain what I'm doing on my show, I figured, why not have her watch it? And while I was at it, I made sure she liked and subscribed. Because why the hell not? Not RP1960, congratulations. The song's coming your way. I still have the old computer. It's in the living room right now. I haven't moved any of the information off of that here. I'm going to do that very judiciously. I'm loving the fact that this thing is really clean. Also, the one crazy thing is I think that there's two camera settings here. You can tell me which one you prefer. If I can go here or here. Now, it's not as great looks-wise, like with the lighting, but it moves better. But I think for now, we'll just stick with this one because it looks really great. Anyway, there's a lot of things for me to play with and tinker with, and I hope you guys enjoyed. And thanks to every single one of you. You all know who you are. Most of you said you wanted to remain anonymous, but I just want to send a special shout out, of course, to the Patreon Pantheon. These are the beautiful people. And they're all in here. All the wonderful people that are in here are people that make this show what it is and keep the lights on. Not only that, but improve the lights. That's the next step. Camera and lights are my next thing. I've got my diffusers here, but I put Oisin and I worked earlier today on getting the color right. While the green screen is not perfect like I had it before, I'll get there. Because the system's only been up for a couple of hours, but so far so good. I just can't believe how big and wide and wonderful it is. So I want to thank all the people down there. You're all amazing. And the one person that I don't believe is on here, let me make sure, I think so, is a special shout out to Becky Brown for starting the ball rolling on getting this upgrade, because she loves the show so much and she's such a great basher and she's so kind to everybody on the show. We all know how great she is. She started it off, but everybody else pretty much down there, your contributions to the show have been incredible, and I'm so seriously grateful to you all. David Simon says, whoop, whoop, one more step for Dirk, one giant leap for Basher kind. Indeed. I'm still using my phone, and the new thing is that I don't need to use that software anymore that I subscribe to. So that's another variable out the window, because Macs just recognize your iPhone as a camera now. It's called continuity camera. How weird is that? Fergal says, hey, Rose, great to have you here. Indeed, I'm going backwards today just because it's topical. And yeah, I'm only good things. Let's go grab that right away. God, do I have it really close by? I do. Only good things. And I would imagine that it sounds different. It feels different. Everything about the show feels different from where I am. My desk is completely clear. I don't have two screens on my desk anymore. So I look at the camera here, but I've got this. The screen is ginormous. It's pretty amazing, and I'm grateful and humbled by the generosity of keeping the lights on here and making the lights even better. So thanks so much. I'll go back to the top and start off where we were. Buddy Hell is here. He upvoted. Thanks so much, Buddy Hell. It's great to have you in the room. Always great to have you live on the show, too. And looking forward to the show. Happy Tuesday, Bashers. Happy Speedy Tuesday. Let's see. How does the camera do on? Oh, look at that. That's kind of, is it weird? No, it's not so bad. If I get my face and my mug out of the way. There you go. Omega Speedmaster, which I love. It's my daily driver. I wear it all the time, but especially on Tuesdays. I'd like to give my third place and to fourth place. Hey, Shamey. How are you doing, Shane McGee? How are you? You guys okay? Everybody all right over in your neck of the woods? Kevin Landon upvoted number 3 today. Best wishes for a triple and Tuesday to Dirk and all the bashers watching live today. Hey, Kev, from home as I am off from work. Thank God. Serve the bash and upvote and subscribe and share if you can. It's mostly unnecessary, but so greatly appreciated. Those little upvotes, that little, well, actually, I've moved. So now it's over here. Let me see. Where am I now? I'm over here. No, backwards. Notice that the thumbnail's backwards. So whatever, I'll get all that stuff, the backdrop, I'll get that all fixed out. Little baby steps. Every day it'll get better and better and better as I wield the power that this thing has. It's pretty crazy to think that this computer is 11 years older than the one that it replaced. It is also about 100 times more powerful. The old Intel chips versus the new Mac Silicon. And it's just, I'm not going to get into the technical aspects, but Sheen was like, this is about 1,000,000 times faster than anything you've ever had. I know. And it's a tiny little Mac Mini, which I took apart last night and I got pictures, but I'll tell you what happened. We'll talk about it in a couple of minutes there. I'm not even going to try. My Irish is the worst. Dia Duff. Is that Duff? Well, BH is Aeon Scial. I'm sure I say that wrong. My Irish is close to non-existent. Hey, Bastards. Fingers crossed everything goes smooth in today's show. So far, so good. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say. I am just chuffed beyond belief. A couple of things we went on. We did a little test on StreamYard, the big guy and I, to just try to nail down what works, what didn't work. And the first thing out of the gate was he was like, okay, this is all 10 times better. So, and if it comes from him, who's been doing this a lot longer than I have, I am relieved. 1 pull, 3 mice. Now he's running a blackjack table behind the litter box. Special shout out to our very own Carolyn Martin, who was playing some slots the other day, and she was having a great time, and she thought it was a great idea. So she gave me the idea for today's thumbnail. She said, I'd love to see a cat playing the slots. And I said, well, it's Speedy Tuesday, so he's got to be playing it at a space station on the moon. And he is. Or she is. Number lucky 8. Hey, top dog, Jeff and Michelle. Says no one. Did Alien Davies, where did he leave the planet? I hope not. I hope not. We love our Dave Fahrenheit 451. He's one of the greatest bashers. He's in the when you die and you go into the pantheon of amazingness, you're going to find him in there, and you know that. Dean says, we don't condone gambling on iBashers, but I put all ye money on number 15. Put it all on red. Put it all on red. There was this very divisive Queensryche record many years ago, and it was the straw that broke the camel's back. It was a band for people who really they were called the Thinking Man's Metal Band, kind of, a little bit Iron Maiden and a lot of Pink Floyd. There a lot of Michael Kamen orchestration and some very serious songwriting. Silent Lucidity being their biggest hits, Jeff City Woman and stuff. But they had that album Operation Mindcrime. Incredible band. Everybody, one of the best singers ever in the history of rock. Great twin guitar players, amazing bass player, and a fantastic drummer, Scott Rockenfield. But there was an album, and it was called, I don't even remember the name of the album, but it was the album that they fired Jeff Tate. Imagine firing the guy that is the band. Imagine that. But it was because they all got super duper lazy, and they were resting on their laurels. They had several platinum records, and they weren't doing anything. Then the lead guitar player, Chris DeGarmo, left, and then the shit hit the fan. That you realized that the guy that wrote all those songs, the guy that was the creative, the McCartney force in that band, and they tried to scramble, couldn't really put it together. But Jeff did all the heavy lifting with outside people, producers, etc. And then the band just decided that they didn't like the control he had, so they fired him, and it went down in Brazil. And they were doing a festival show, huge festival, like 100,000 people. And right before the show, they said, we fired your wife, who was their manager, and we fired your daughter, who was their production manager, and you're next. And he just looked at them like that. He went out on stage. He punched somebody, and he spit on the drummer. Yay. Anyway, they had this song, this album. This is why I digress like a lunatic. And I loved this record because Queensryche were one of those bands that I waited to see where they would take me next, because they weren't AC/DC or the Rolling Stones. They didn't put out the same record every single time they did a record. They they changed their style and evolved and did a lot of different things. And I always looked forward to the next journey. Very interesting band. If anybody missed out on them, you should check them out. I would, I mean, the first LP is an EP, and it's very kind of Iron Maiden-y, and then they just evolved as they evolved tremendously. But they had this record that they put out right before he got fired, and I loved it. And it's considered one of the worst records ever made, and I happen to love it. Kind of like Graffiti Bridge is my favorite Prince album. Kind of like Pop is my favorite U2 record. I like the Underdogs, I guess. I don't know. It's weird. Here's the guy in the Pantheon, Dave Fahrenheit 451. How are you? Upvoted. Well done, RP 1960. Indeed. And the very, very incredible Julian is here. Renaissance, as he's known on the show. I looked up at the massive signs and stars in the night sky and laid myself open for the first time to the benign indifference of the world. Oh boy, yeah, I do that sometimes. When my cats aren't happy, I'm not happy. Not because I care about their mood, but because I know they're just sitting there thinking about ways to get even. Thinking up ways to get even, not about, up ways. That's true. Rose was probably the first person that introduced me to the love of cats, as I was almost anaphylactically allergic to them. I had such bad allergies for cats. And then she had 3 cats when we moved in, and she lived across the hall. And I used to run past her door because I was always afraid I was going to sneeze or need an inhaler. And then one snowy night, I'm walking home from rehearsal, and I hear, meow, 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 and I found this little black and white cat. He was a kitten, and I cradled him in my arms. I took him home, and Paul said, "We can't have a cat. You're allergic." And you know what? I said, "Fuck it." So I suffered for 3 months, and now that's the rest. That's the history. I'm not allergic to cats. Isn't that great? I immunized myself. Renaissance, I am going your way. So let us go hand in hand. You help me, and I'll help you. We shall not be here very long, so let us help one another while we may. Indeed. Listen, a little bit of paying it forward every single day of the week. And I know, because I'm sitting, I'll sit higher. That's what it is. I forgot I have an adjustable chair. There you go. Now I'll be above the titles. There you go. You know, paying it forward every day is not only rewarding for the person you're helping, but it's rewarding for you too. Little tiny acts of kindness can be miracles to people. It can be miraculous to hold the door open or say please and thank you, or send somebody a gift for no reason whatsoever. I'm thinking about you, or just a handwritten letter or an email or a text. Hey, man, thinking about you. How are you doing? I don't do that nearly enough with the people who I love in my life. And you should do it today. Pick somebody at random today that you haven't thought about in a while. Think about them and give them a shout out. Give them a text. Give them a bell. Write them a letter. Send them a box of chocolates. Him, her, whomever. Do that. You wouldn't believe the difference it makes. It can make somebody's entire day. Like, while it might make you feel a little bit better, to them, it could very well be a miracle. Happy Speedy Tuesday. Happy Glenn Parker. Great to see you in the room. How are you? I'm having a delicious drooby Jew. Where are you? Coffee in my Joe LaFaro. Handsome Joe. Always handsome. Handsome as ever. That coffee is my coffee, and I love it. Andrew Ogowitz, Canadian $5. Everything happens for a reason. Enjoy the day. Like and subscribe, everyone, and be kind. Consider becoming a Patreon if you can. Thank you so much. And we start out, as we always do, with Andrew Wolkowicz and his own Super Chat Gong. My intro was a little laggy, huh? I think that's only because this software just got put on the computer, and that's probably the reason why. Because if I played it now, how long would it take? Let's see. That's right away. Oh, that's the regular Bashers intro. Where's the Dirk one? That's a little laggy, huh? Maybe it was tailored for the way my computer worked before. Who knows? Who cares, as they say. As Carolyn Martin likes to say, who cares? I don't care. Do you care? I don't care. Nobody cares. That's the problem. Nobody cares. Ray, hey, Ray, I'll check in at sometimes whenever for a show. F it. Who cares? Who cares? Isn't that funny? We're just saying who cares. Sure, F it. Might do a show, might not. Who cares? You've been in a mood lately, man. I don't know what's up with you. Somebody needs to send Ray a box of chocolates. Somebody needs to mail him a kiss. Somebody needs to pet his head and say it's all going to be all right. Allegedly, there's a show starting at 10 p.m. Me arse. I started on time, bitch. On time. You know why? I couldn't wait to bring the brand new Bashers to you. The new and improved iBashers. Here we are. Look at this coming out. And I could have done it in 4K. But Asheen said, don't do that. It might not work on YouTube. I don't know if you can stream live on YouTube. You might be able to. Rose, how's the show so far? Is it weird for you watching me? I was in your apartment 15 minutes ago. It's funny, right? It's happy Speedy to beautiful Melly C, our girl. Here she is, Tuesday, Dirk, and all the Bashers. How are you? And Andy, he was in there early. Can you believe that today? And the Mork and Mindy, which I hope we have. We do, the Mork and Mindy show. It's so crazy that I have everything all on one screen. I have that other screen here. I don't know if I'm going to keep it. It's an old, like 24-inch Apple Cinema display, but it's really in beautiful condition, and somebody might enjoy it. It's if somebody else is building a computer, I might do that. I noticed that here's the difference. Ready? We're doing a show, right? I can just do this, right? Happy Speedy Tuesday, my love. Renaissance says, no matter what you do, there will be critics. No matter what you are, it doesn't matter what you do. Great song, man. No, that was Badfinger. Badfinger were not exactly proteges of the Beatles, but Paul McCartney. Is that the one he wrote? I always confuse the one that he wrote. I don't think it was that one. McCartney song for Badfinger, because they're so Beatley anyway. Oh, come and get it. If you want it, here it is. I can get it. That's the song he wrote for them. Isn't that amazing? That's a Paul McCartney throwaway. And then they wrote, no matter what you are. Amazing, amazing, amazing band. If you don't know Badfinger, let's talk about music today. I can't allow myself to be caught up in the chaos. Me neither, Julian. It makes me crazy. Is there a doctor in the house? Doctor, who cares? I do, allegedly. I think you do a whole hell of a lot. And thank you for staggering these out. Did you notice this? Julian? Ever since you started staggering your quips of wisdom, we haven't had an erasure. And I think it's YouTube's algorithm thinks that somebody's spamming because you probably do them one right after the other. I'm not blaming you. I'm just saying that's what they do. I love them all in a row, but hey, I'm in a different chapter of my life. As time goes by and I grow older, I find that I need to just be quiet and think. So what I like to do, dearest Julian, is my favorite repose is when I have an hour, I just open up the patio door and I just lay on the couch and just listen to the sounds of nature, and it really makes me feel better. And it gives and I don't fall asleep. I might get a little drowsy, but it recharges my batteries. The silence, the sounds of the world, the birds. Marta's here. Hey, Bronson, upvote and subscribe if you can. Thanks so much. And Fergal. Hey, Dirk and all the Bashers. Great to see you. Hey, Fergal. What's going on? Hey, Fergal. Hey, it's Dr. Bob's Nightmare. Where's Ray Ray? He's here. What's going on with Ray Ray? Hey, Dr. Bob, you want to Dr. Robert? Boom, Dr. Robert. That's another Beatles song. What's going on with our Raphael? I think he needs a hug. I'm going to give you a virtual hug right now, Ray Ray. Don't give up. You still have us. Don't give up. Kate Bush, Peter Gabriel. Did you know? Here's a trivia question for you. Who was supposed to be the original singer that Peter Gabriel wanted to sing Don't Give Up? You're going to be horrified. Not horrified because it's a great choice. It's just you can't believe it. And she turned. This is a question. I'm not going to say who it is. I'm going to let you guess. She said no. And he goes, I would probably imagine she just didn't know who I was. You know, when he's talking in his truncated cadence that he does. So I called Kate instead. Not Grace Jones, but good. No, it's very surprising. However, it's really just goes to show you his scope. I don't know how you feel about Peter Gabriel, but for me, his artistry is unparalleled. I put him and Kate Bush in the same pantheon of just people that are just completely in a different realm of musical and or lyrical genius. Who was it that just said the other day that they don't like Kate Bush? Immediately, I don't want to know you. But somebody I like said I just could never get into Kate Bush. I don't forget who it was. I actually forgot who it was because I don't like them anymore. Well, what's going on? What's going on? Ray, whatever happened to Ray, that delicate iBasher friend, as it clung to his boat, how he started to goat, 'cause he wanted to be dressed just the same. Congratulations, Dirk, on getting the new system up and running. Thank you, Fergal. So last night, I might as well get into a little bit of the story because it's not part of the where would I find that? In photos, right? I can open up things now and do whatever I want, right? I can, right? So here's how it worked. Ready? Thank you so much, Fergal. I'll tell you how it went. So I ordered the chip first because my old iMac had a Fusion drive. I won't get into that. And it had 2 terabytes. I didn't use all that, but close, 1.6 something I used. But I also have like 4 terabytes and 8 terabytes. I have a lot of backups, lots of things in storage. So I wanted to get something that was large enough. So Apple, it's $800 to put 2 gigs of RAM inside one of their iMacs. So I didn't want to do that. Then I watched all these YouTube channels, and apparently there's these places from China that are selling these chips that work in the Mac Minis. So here's how it goes. Let's share the screen. And here we go. So this was the Mac Mini on the desk. And I had to take it apart. And that is the cover taken off of that with the fan. And there's 8 screws and 2 fan screws. And it turns out that the tools that they give you, which are right here, hold on. Those tools that they give you did not take those screws off. So that's the fan housing. Then this is the actual fan. And these 2 screws that are right here were T2s. And I actually asked my neighbor who had them, but he wasn't around. So I had to use this tiny little nib, which I don't have a holder for. And I had to do it by hand. I got it off. So, and that's the chip that came. And it looks like it's in some kind of valise, but it's not. And that's the chip that I put in there. So that's the tools. Some of them are mine. It comes with a suction cup. It was pretty straightforward surgery. However, I ran into a very, 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 very big problem. And the problem was, I'll show you. This Mac could not be restored. An unknown error occurred. And then I Googled that. So I tried to, basically, if you have a computer that has nothing on the hard drive with a Mac, you plug it into another Mac, you put it in this thing called the DFU mode, and it puts the firmware and software on it. It just wouldn't do it. And I did it 31 times and it failed. So it's about 5 o'clock in the morning and I'm exhausted and my brain doesn't work anymore. And I said, you know what? I'm going to open it up. One, I've already ruined my warranty through Apple because I tampered with the device. But the other thing is I'm now going to have a 256 drive and I'm going to have to live with it. And then $300 went down the drain because that stupid chip, that thing, where is it? That thing was $300 as opposed to $800, which Apple charges you, which is, if it works, you're in good luck, which it does. So I took the whole thing apart. And here is the computer completely unassembled. And what I did was when I went back in there, I took the chip out that I had installed. I took it out and then I crammed it in there as deep as I could. And I screwed it in very, very tightly. And I put everything back together without screwing it together. And what happened? The thing just started working immediately. The DFU mode worked. It put the firmware on. I couldn't even believe it. So then after that was all done, I unplugged it from everything, put all the screws back, turned it on, and voila, here we are. Here we are. See, it started right after I did that. And there it is, DFU mode. Your Mac is installing the software on this computer. And those are the ones that actually worked. But fun stuff, right? All around. So that's what happened. So it took me, I started doing it around, I got it, showed up around 7 o'clock. I made a quick dinner last night. We didn't watch TV or anything. Usually we do. And it took me until about 5:45. And then the rest is history. The rest is history, my friends. Thank you so much. And I figured it was important that I give you the full story on that. Listen, I'm a techie guy. I've been building, redoing Macs forever. This was the first time I ever worked on a Mac Mini. And of course, it works for everybody on the internet, but it didn't work. I mean, it turns out the thing had to be seated in there so damn far. And I don't ever push circuitry to its limit. I'm always afraid that you're going to damage it, and I didn't, so I'm grateful for that. Hello, sweet Rose, says Shane McGee. Thank you, buddy. Hey, Rose. People are saying hi to you. Hi, Rose. Everybody give Rose a wave. Good evening, kind Sarah. Wishing you and yours only good things. Only good things. Only good things can only get better. Only good things, friend. Thank you so much. Andy M, the incomparable Andy M. Fergal's here. Hi, Rose. Great to have you here. She's watching my show for the very first time. She's officially a basher. Hey, Basher Rose. Great to have you in the room. Oh, no. Just read that we lost George Wendt. Oh, no. He was young, right? Isn't Norm much? Was he? Wow. God, you forget that Cheers started in the 80s. Was actually a long time ago, but he was young. Those guys were all much younger than I thought that they were. They were all in their early 30s. I think John Ratzenberger, the mailman, who looked so old, I think he was only like 37 when he started that show. It's crazy. Ray's here. We here. Did you do magic mushrooms? What's going on with you? What's Raphael? Talk to me. Talk to me like lovers do. Walk with me like lovers do. Annie Lennox. Is there anybody better than that? Not at all. Panel power. He says, Tog e bog e. Togeboge. Joe LaFaro, handsome one, is here. Happy Tuesday, Bashers. Happy Speedy Tuesday to you. What's on your wrist? Speaking of handsome guys and built like a brick shithouse, it's the incomparable Jim Lassick. Hi, Dirk and friends. Awesome to be with you all. Cheers with a $4.99 super chat. How are you, buddy? Call me. Let's talk on the phone. Let's kibitz. Let's do that. Let's give you the super chat gong too. The resolution on this screen is so legible. It's so like, I wonder with that. Well, no, I still can't see it. Never mind. Is it really? It is. It's really here. We're here. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? It's in the trees. It's coming. What's that from? I'm on a roll today. I'm happy. Rose is having a very nice day. Nice morning. The computer works. All the bashers are here. I'm having a great. I'm trying to spread as much positivity and love as I possibly can, because life can get pretty shitty, my friends. We go through the trials and tribs, and you matter. You matter. You matter. I'd say we all matter, but some don't. Some don't. You know why? Because they're Pound of power. You guys are just going to be Irish all day. Oh, this Ray coming in hard with the super sticker. Super sticker, man. That's 10 euro. That goes for the bigger one there. Let's give him the bigger blast there. Let's go, Super Chat guy. We love him. Ray, I'm live and in concert, brother. Hope all is great with you. It's amazing to see. I love when he's here in there. Tracy Ferris says, hey, Ray. Hey, Ray. Hey, Tracy. Hearts, rainbows, prayers, and shamrocks. With a name like Tracy Ferris, do you think she's Irish? I think she is. Do you know my demographic when I look at that every once in a while? Do you know how hard Irish it is? It's crazy how many of us are in there. And, I'm an Irish American with deep roots in Ireland because, so much of my family live there and are from there. Everyone is from there, as a matter of fact. But it's amazing. Rose, Mark Dirk out of 10 so far. Hey Rose, hope you're on the mend. Yeah, she's working on it. She got physio tomorrow, a bit of physio. You look a bit of physio tomorrow. Thanks, David Simons. Oh no, oh God, what is going on? And where's Tonya? That crazy bitch. Robert Fripp had a heart attack in Italy. He had 2 surgeries. He was diagnosed with a trifurcated artery. What does that mean? I mean, did it split in 3 or was it blocked in 3 spots? Is that what I don't really know. I should know because I play a doctor on TV what furnicated means. Trifurnicated. Let's look that up for all the stupid people like myself. Trifurnicated. It means a trifurnicated artery is a rare anatomical variation where an artery divides into 3 branches rather than the typical 2. This can occur in various arteries, including the common carotid. I'm going to get this wrong. I know this word. Carotid. Thank you. Carotid. I know the word. Carotid artery. You know what my problem is? I practice so much Italian now. When I see words that I don't see very often, I was gonna be like carotid, artery, femoral artery, and the right coronary artery. It's important for surgeons to be aware of this variation to avoid complications during surgery. Wow. Robert Fripp, of course, a genius on so many levels. I watch his YouTube show because his wife is nuts. If you have ever seen his wife, she's absolutely batshit crazy. She really is. And we love him. He had 2 surgeries in Italy. He's a great place to be. If you're going to have heart surgery, some of the greatest heart surgeons are there. iBashers, the next generation begins. Yay, it does. Today's the day. Today's the day. The first day with the new system. I've got some dampening on the lighting. I didn't do anything to the audio because it sounds different to me. Does the audio sound different to anybody else out there? I didn't change anything. I just plugged it into a different box. That's it. Hello, Rose, says Melly C. Hello to you, beautiful one. Thanks. That's so sweet of you to say hi to her. She's the greatest. Computer 10, Dirk 5 could do a lot better. What happened? What did I do wrong? Computer 10, Dirk 5. What did I do? What could I possibly done? Is it not running smoothly and beautifully? I just thought we'd try some stuff out. Fripp was quoted as saying, I was in A&E not knowing, well, that's emergency room for the rest of us, not knowing what was going on other than I knew they were going to do something. And an orderly came along and, oh, jeez, and shaved me. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Is that what happens? That's nuts. Thank you. Let's go back to the comments. I didn't know anything about that. Wow. In Italy, I wonder where he was when he had that done. No idea. I'll have to read all about it after the show, which I will do. Where was I? Dean says 4, 3. What's with the countdown? Did something bad happen? What happened? You tell me. This was at 5:19. What happened? Nothing happened. Everything's smooth as silk, right? Right, Dina? Is everything smooth as silk? Yeah, well, we all know King Crimson. Yeah. Tracy Ferris, you prog rock chick, you. Unbelievable. Where was I? Hey, Kieran. Give me a hell yeah if you're up for Tottenham tomorrow. You know, it's so funny that you should say that because today I met this guy named Sean, who is Rose's visiting nurse service. And he's from, ready for this, Uzbekistan. Very, very smart, interesting fellow. And he was all excited for Tottenham tomorrow. All excited for Tottenham tomorrow. And he was talking about it. I have questions. He was telling me the difference because I don't know anything about football, soccer. I don't. But I know I watched Ted Lasso. But what do I know? I don't know shit. Grace Jones, wrong answer. Liza Minnelli, wrong. Very great guess, Tracy Ferris, but not the answer. Who did Peter Gabriel ask to sing Don't Give Up before he asked his friend, and some people say former lover? Wouldn't that have been a great pairing? I grew up in Highbury, so no. Tanya Tucker, that also would have been. You are closer for a certain reason. You are closer. But it is not Tanya Tucker. She's great, and I love her. Her records that she put out the last couple of years are sensational. Okay, you asked. I'm drinking. There you go. Right. The Ray of old, the Raphael of old. Here he is. Ray Raphael. Ray. Chinese crap. Oh, because I bought the chip from China. Well, it's the only people that make it right now. I know. I generally don't buy from them, but I did because I needed a 2 terabyte system. And so far, so good. It'll be the last time I do so, Dino. I promise. Sobriety sucks. Listen, I've said this a million times about drinking. I think drinking is a privilege when you are able to open up that special bottle of wine, which I still have the incomparable Jim Lassick bottle of wine. Jimmy, I have not opened that bottle. I was going to do it with Emmett last time he was here, but we were drinking white wine, so that would have ruined the whole experience of that beautiful bottle. So I'm going to wait, and maybe when he's coming back here at the end of the month for another big time busker show, and hey man, let us know ahead of time what you want us to play. I've already picked out a couple of songs that I'd like to do that because now that this system is up and running, I also have to put Logic on my system, which I've not done yet, and I can't wait. I'm going to do it today. Because I've been paying for Logic because I'm a Logic Pro user for 30 years, but because my computer was so old, I don't know all the bells and whistles that it does now. I have no idea, but very excited to find out. Yeah. Buy cheap, buy twice. Yeah, I understand that. That's true. But all the big tech guys, they've all had it like 5 months down the road, and they've all said, I would not have done that. And no, there is no Crucial, Kingston, Samsung. Nobody's making the chips because, of course, Apple had to make a proprietary chip. Do I have that chip here, or did I put it away? I'll show you the actual Apple chip. What did I do with it? I thought I had it out. He took it out. I don't know what I did with it. Huh. I don't know. The original Apple chip. What did I do with that thing? I didn't put it in one of my millions of drawers that I have here. It's so ridiculously small. And of course, Apple, anyway, it doesn't really matter. Apple had to make sure that nobody else made a chip that fit into their machine. So that's what they do all the time. Tracy Ferris says, Ray not drinking. Well, Tracy, Ray went to his doctor a couple of months back, and he said the following things need to get knocked off your list. And that was one of them: drinking, the smoking. So he's been cutting back, if not cutting out. But he's coming in there a little bit, Unbelievable. 77 years young. Is that Robert Fripp's age? He was, or George Wendt. 77 years. Wow, that's young nowadays. Unbelievable. Drooby Doo says, talk to me. All I want is a little conversation. Talk to me. All I want is a little conversation. Talk to me. You're a psycho that you know that, but I'm a psycho because I know every word to that song. You think I'm dizzy? I got a bad reputation. He's the worst singer in the world, but it's Ace. Ray says, Rose, hi, all the way from the Aaron. Oh, that's sweet of you. Good for you, says Tracy Ferris. Andy M says, Kate Bush, nope, nobody got it, huh? Nobody got it. Having a serious signal problem, says Handsome Joe. On the first day of our perfect stream on the new machine. Rose being in the house is legendary. Carolyn Martin, the girl with the wrench. There she is. Thank you so very much. Thank you for the slot machines. Thank you so much for all that you do for all of us on the Bashers. You are certainly Mama Basher. You certainly are. Thank you so much for all that. Andy M says, hi, Rose. Oh, that's very sweet of you. The Hounds of Love are haunting. Do. It's okay. Oh. See, I can't say this right. Ta se ro Eiska. I don't know how to say that. Con e labart. Dirk Akara. I should take up Irish on Duolingo. but that boat sailed, unfortunately. Right. King Crimson. It's crazy that you knew that. You ready for this? You want to know? Lord H got it. Dolly Parton. Peter Gabriel reached out to Dolly Parton. And this was, because that was on that was, Peter Gabriel was, of course, in Genesis, a big star, but was he a big star? Was Genesis, Genesis didn't become big. They were underground big, and then they became really big when Phil Collins took over. And I always said this about Peter Gabriel, because I love Phil Collins, and people who say bad things about Phil Collins are just idiots, because he's a genius. But they're two totally different kinds of genius. Peter Gabriel is a cerebral artist, deep, dark, brooding, intense, impactful, and a multi-instrumentalist. Is he great at any one instrument? Nah. Phil Collins is a drummer extraordinaire, a fabulous singer. Look, he sounded just like Peter Gabriel when he took over, and then he developed his own style, and he's an incomparable tunesmith. Yeah, they got commercial, but hey, he figured out a way to make Genesis some serious money. And guess what? Genesis has some very serious money. Very serious. So he reached out to Dolly Parton, and I don't think Peter Gabriel's first 3 records were, what are they? Car, Scratch, Melt. They weren't big sellers. They were big underground sellers. Salisbury Hill, that was the big hit. Games Without Frontiers. A couple of little kind of hitty things, but nothing tremendous until Sledgehammer happened. And that was crazy. Why'd you say Reba? You mean you didn't really know? He says Toya Wilcox. Yeah, she's nuts. She's nuts. Toya. Oh, you didn't know? Were you guessing, Scotty H? Price for Scotty H. That is it. It's Dolly Parton. It's 100% correct. That's all my guesses. Andy M says Dolly was correct. Oh, did you keep that under? You did. I just heard that on the radio last week. Dolly Parton. That's right. It's Dolly Parton. Indeed. George Wendt. I'm so sorry to hear that he's gone. That's a shame. Oh, man. It's in the trees. Yeah, you got it. It's coming. When I was a child, running in the night, ashamed, afraid of what might be. Scotty H, I was just guessing. Wow, that's a pretty great guess. Amazing guesses. Hey, you know what time it is? It's time for the Gallery of Bashtards. The Gallery of Bashtards. Send me the shots, the sublime, the absurd. The Gallery of Bashtards. You share them with me. We start out with our very own Andrew Wolkowicz, who says, surely, oh, look at this, iBashers dunce. Oh, because we talked about the dunce cap. I gotta do a dunce. Have to do a whole dunce themed. I'm gonna do a dunce themed thumbnail for you. I'm gonna do an Andrew inspired. Why shouldn't I? Andrew inspired thumbnail for tomorrow. Look at it. He made a dunce cap. That's unbelievable. You're crazy. Surely I was. You're amazing. Thank you so much. That's amazing. Truly, buddy. Truly, buddy. Certainly I was naughty for something. Everyone believes it's true. Oh, that's from yesterday? Oh, no, it's not. It's from the 18th. How is that possible that I didn't get that? Oh, because I didn't see that on Sunday Mass. Was it late? It must have been late. Must have been. Our very own Julian sent me a message saying that, can I open this up? A U.S. court has ruled that Apple must allow platforms to offer their own payment systems on iOS, bypassing Apple's 30% fee for US-based users. Well, amen. And I haven't been looking at the news because, I've been up to a lot of other stuff. But all I can say is that was the most ridiculous crap I have ever heard when they started doing that. Now, I have like 31 Patreons. I know that because I check it all the time. And, I'm grateful for all of them. Occasionally, you lose some people, they leave for whatever reasons. And you hate to see them go. And it's not just so much that the support that they give you, but it's also like it's kind of like almost like a little bit of a friendship that kind of disappears, and that's kind of sad too. Some hurt more than others. Like Jazz came in and Jazz left, and I don't know, but like I've always said about that, if you've been a Patreon, I don't remove people who leave. I just don't do it because you've been a Patreon of the show, and I think that's really really super duper important. And I'm grateful for the time that we had. I'm so glad we had this time together just to have a laugh or sing a song. Seems we just get started, and before you know it, oh, that was wrong. Seems we just get started. Wait a second. Wow, I messed that up. And before you know it, comes the time we have to say so long. I haven't heard that song in 40 years. Seems we just get started, and before you know it, that's it. That's tough. That's the theme from. Anybody know what that's from? Time we have to say so long. I know one guy in the room was going to know that instantly. But anyway, that's terrific news to hear that Apple got the kibosh. U.S. court. Well, at least the courts are doing something because they're not doing much else, right? They must offer their own payment systems on iOS. By Apple needs to go suck it for taking 30% of. Now, I haven't had anybody, as far as I know, go through the Apple platform post that decision, which was like a couple of months ago. So now that means that if you can actually become a Patreon through an iOS device, iPhone, iPad, Mac computer, without having to pay Apple's 30%. And the way they phrased it too, Tim Cook, I said my next phone's not going to be an iPhone. And this nurse that came today, this guy had this Samsung that was absolutely beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Yeah, Carol Burnett, you guys got it, amazing. He had the nerve to say, well, it's, YouTube takes 30% of people's revenue and we're offering a service. Basically, the artist should eat it. That's what he said. The creators should eat it. So he goes, you don't have to, because, that would have, if you became a member, depending on what channel you're becoming a member of, a Patreon of, instead of adding the 30%, they would take it out of yours. And I was like, no one should be paying you for doing nothing. YouTube, I understand. It's a platform where we can do this show and they take a cut off the top. I get it. I get it because we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for YouTube. If YouTube didn't exist, there'd be no Bashers, there'd be no Time Swatch, there'd be no, none of the shows, Bold and Bankrupt and all my favorite shows. And it's a shame. And then, so screw you, Tim Cook. You deserve it. You really deserve it because that was a dick move. Absolutely dick move. And the way it was the way he said it. Anyway, the 20th of May, 2025, Speedy Tuesday. Here are 10 pieces of art photography from my archives. Now I can read all the things. You wouldn't believe the difference. This is like a big ass Cadillac. Got lots of wiggle room. Magnificent, elegant regards, Julian. Let's go to our resident artist, the beautiful Julian. See, this is what happens on iBashers. We get beautiful art while we're at it. How wonderful is this? Look at that. Is that like one of those gas refinery places that they've covered over? We lost all ours. They took them all down. And I loved them. I thought they were super duper cool. Oh, this is beautiful. Lots of black and white today. Is that the theme? Gorgeous. We had a building in our neighborhood that looked just like, what they did? They knocked it down. And they built a giant glass tower, black glass tower. And it's all empty because all foreign investors bought the apartments and they're empty. I hope they all lose their shirts. And it was an Elks Lodge. It was an Elks Lodge. And it was beautiful. It was made out of this beautiful, very thin orange brick. And it had two giant Art Deco torches outside. It was a beautiful building. Paul and I went there with picket signs. We did all this stuff and we spoke to the news. And once again, the contractors, they came in the middle of the night and started wrecking balling it, which is illegal to do. Anyway, this is beautiful. What do we see now? That can't be a mannequin, can it? I guess it could be. But you never know with Julian because he's a mystery. It's always a mystery, just like you and me. Oh, this is very cool. That looks like Yves Saint Laurent. Doesn't that look like a mannequin of Yves Saint Laurent? Wow, that's very cool and ominous. Okay, so I couldn't tell what this was at first, but now I realize it's a roof, an icy roof. See, I couldn't tell right away because you can never tell with Julian because, there's so many. He's the only artist I know where it's double and triple entendre. That's like the key to what he does here. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful roofs. Oh, look at this. It's a whole roofathon. Now, I can't tell exactly what's going on here. Is that's woodwork, some kind of Victorian woodwork? It's mesmerizing, though. Wow. Oh, wow. That's really cool. What's going on in here? Is that, those snowflakes? Come on, Julian. Wow. How did you do that? Would you have to open up the shutter? How do you do that? Holy moly, Cazzoli. That looks like a Banksy. I bet it is, right? That looks like a Banksy to me. Wow. Hey, this is cool. How did you do this? Look at this. A rattan bag. Is that rattan? No, or is that jute? Somebody in the chats tell me. That's jute, right? That's what you call that? And look at this Karen in the corner. Listen, you guys, get the F off of my block, or there's gonna be trouble. Look at her. She's ready. She had a couple of beers, a couple of Miller Lights, or Miller High Life, or Genesee Cream Ale. You guys, get off my block. I'm gonna call my brother. Look at her. Of course, you guys. It was totally directed at Joe LaFaro. He gets every single time I do one of those, 70s pop culture things, man, he gets every single one of them. It's astounding to me. Sometimes I do it on purpose because I know he's going to nail it. And it just gives me a little bit of a private thrill, which is amazing. Did I get them all? No, I didn't. I did not. Didn't. Look at that. There's the jute bag. And this, very cool. Look at this thing. Wow. That's outrageous. What's real, the hand or the stone? You never know with Julian. It's amazing. Wow. Okay, I'm going to give you, here's another one for you, Joe. This is beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, the incomparable Julian. Thank you, kind sir. Well, I got to do what I always do. Hold on. Got to do it the right way. Got to do it the right way. Right? I always roll through them all. Display the art as it should be done. Indeed. Beautiful. Thank you, Sir Julian. I'm going to do a theme song, Joe, and I want you to guess what it is. Ready? What show is that? I bet you'll know it because you're a psychopath. Every once in a while, that theme song comes up in my head. And it's nuts. It's absolutely crazy. It's Eminem madness, smoking Mindy madness. Yeah. Ow. Here's the beautiful one. The one we know. It's Mindy. Hello, beautiful lady. Look at her on her cute little. She's on her post. Does she enjoy the post? I would think Morka's more of a marsupial and enjoys that. She looks like she does a lot of zooming. I bet she does a lot of zooming. You beautiful lady. Oh. Oh my God, the Mindy sack out. That's just too much. I have so much more control over stuff now. Look at the zoom in. Look at that. Oh, Mindy. That's just too damn cute. Oh, our beautiful Mindy. That's a super Mindy show today. Look at all the red in her. I never realized how much red she had in her. Black and white cats. If they had thumbs, they would rule the world. Look at this beautiful lady. Hello, honey pie. That's unbelievable. They both love the post. Oh, thanks, Melly C. They both do. Oh, look at that. I see that their nails are always nice and sharp. That's not fair. Oh my God. She's just too cute. She's just too cute. I mean, so much like my Glaucus, my beautiful Glaucus boy. How much I loved that cat, but man, was he dangerous. I think he was a member of like some espionage group, because that guy, he had this ledge. We have this ledge over the bathroom door. There's like cereal boxes up there and whatever. And he would jump on the counter, jump on the refrigerator, and then stand there. And he would look at you like this. He would look at you upside down. And he'd wait for you in the back, and he'd do this upside down. Try to smack you as you went by. Oh, Mindy. Oh, Mindy, so pretty today. Super pretty lady. Oh. With her bib looks like she's in the Renaissance. Oh, and then the regal one. Calm down, Carolyn Martin. Calm down. Look at beautiful Mork. Look at how green his eyes are today. Oh, he's always getting the daddy pet. Oh, I didn't realize he's on a human. He's on a human right now. Oh, look at beautiful boy. Beautiful boy. Oh, happiness is daddy, right? He's daddy's little boy. He's got such big ears. They're so cute. Man, his eyes are so beautiful. Look at those eyes on him. He's so expressive too, and such a big mush. You big mushy boy. Oh, look at that. How about that frame? Is that not perfect? I'm gonna frame it out a little bit. Let me pull it down. Carolyn Martin, take a screenshot of that. Not perfect. Wouldn't that look great in a huge canvas on the wall? Look great, right? I think so. It's Mark and Mindy madness. Mark and Mindy madness. Yeah. Oh, thanks, guys. Our daily dose. Always important to have our kids in the room. Where is I was going to say, oh, thank God. I was like, are we not getting a daily K today? I'll just die. Hey, Dirk, hope all is well with you. I'll be on live today, and you are hoping to make the entire show. Might have to take a call and jump off. Did you get into that burgundy? I did not, and I answered your question already. If so, what are your thoughts? I'm going to do it on the show, though, for sure. Or if you come to New York, why don't we crack it open together? Wouldn't that be fun? I think that'd be a great idea. And here's a shot of a handsome man and his handsome wrist and a handsome watch. Does it get better than that? Sky Dweller. He's got a giant paw, this guy. Great looking jumper. I mean, look at that thing. Wow. Wow. That is beautiful. The incomparable Mr. Jim Lassick. Wow. Wow. Amazing. We love you, Jimmy. Thank you so much. I love having you live on the show, too. Because you're such a manly man. You're such a manly man. Who doesn't love a manly man? Then we've got the incomparable right. Oh, is Raphael having a cocktail? Oh, he's mobile. Right, he's having a few. He's having a few belts there, mobile down there by the lock. Look, he's got a big ring on. I didn't know. You got a Celtic ring, and you have a big. I guess that's your seafaring ring, and a lovely little hat. Whose fancy yacht is that, Raphael? Wow. Doing there, having what's going on here? This guy went to the sweater mart. Who says sweater in Ireland? Who said it's for the tourists, right? Sweater mart. Doesn't sound good. Jumper mart. It's better. Enjoy that. Are you having Helix pina coladas and getting caught in the rain? He is not into health food, but he's down with champagne. Our very own Raphael, ladies and gentlemen. Amazing stuff. Great to have you in there. Fergal, here we've got C8 UTC World Timer DLC again. Saki Cats on tour in Tuscany. What? What's going on here? Farragle. Those are amazing. That would be a fantastic. See, that would make a fantastic thumbnail. Look at that. Look at them having a great time there in Tuscany. Having a super Tuscan, no doubt about it. Chris Ward, yeah, these are some special watches, man. Absolutely beautiful, amazing. Oh, so nice. Look at that, beautiful. Oh, Saki. Oh, what a classic mackerel! You classic mackerel, kitty cat. Unbelievable. Oh, we love you, Saki. Saki. And we love Chris Ward, and we love Fargo. Thank you so much, buddy boy. No, Mary Tyler Moore is dun, 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 dun. Who can take the world on with a smile? No, it's the theme from actually, if I play it, I don't know. It's the theme from Family. Do you remember Family with Meredith Baxter Burney, Gary Frank, Christy McNichol, Sada Thompson, and James Broderick? Did I get everybody? I did. Oh, and then Quinn Cummings. That's what kind of a psychopath I am, that I would know that. Don Satz from Panel Power. Come on. Oh, Jesus. Oh, yeah, there you go. It's a bit of Kate there. There you go. There she is, wearing a dunce cap. The incomparable Kate. And she's an amazing dancer. She's she did a tour in 2014, which I didn't get to go to because of Citibank. Thank you very much. But the crazy thing is, she didn't allow cameras and stuff, which is great. And for somebody who hadn't toured in 37 years or something like that, I think it was it 80, 1979, 89, 99, 2009. Oh yeah, it was 35 years. She hadn't toured in 35 years. Apparently it was mesmerizingly great. And she's a dancer. She's also a dancer. We love her, Panel Power. We love her. Andrew K today. And is there anything better than this? Let me take that off the screen. You ready for this, guys? Are you ready for our beautiful Kay? The miracle that is Kay. Look at our miracle girl. Look how happy she is in her tower hammock with her loved ones, her beautiful feline and human family. How blessed are we? How blessed are we because of Drew? Look at that. And Heather and Andrew. Look at that. Oh my God. We love you, Kay. Every day of our lives, we love you. You love you. K of the day. The K of the day. Julian is saying, my pictures are coming through 1 billion times better quality on your new system. Oh, Dirk, I also remember I transmit them in resized resolution. They are, in fact, twice the quality, of course, because the internet is so crap. Hey, I don't know. I don't know. And you ready for this? I'm using Wi-Fi. I'm not even using my, I was getting faster uploads. I don't know why it is. I'm not even using a wired connection because I don't have to. But I'm glad that they are, because they deserve the best possible resolution that there is. Andy M says, gorgeous Rolly, and wants to know if that's a gigawatch. Beautiful Saki. We love Saki. Saki. And Melly said, okay. We love you, Kay. And oh my God, Kay, you are so adorable. You are so adorable. She's the most adorable. She's our whole mission here in one fell swoop. The salvation, the love, the acts of human kindness, the unbelievable love that you get back from a creature such as Kay, who didn't have a chance in the world. She didn't have a chance in the world. She was left for dead. And if it wasn't for the love of this beautiful family to take her in and make her a part of their family, we'd all be screwed. There'd be nothing left of humanity whatsoever at all. It's crazy, but true. Absolutely crazy and absolutely true. But but it's true. But it's all true. Anyway, guys, that's the show. Thanks for joining me on, and I'll leave Kay up there because we love her. Thanks for joining me. Today's first show. I'm going to do some more tweaking. It'll get better as we go along. Thanks to all the Patreon. Thanks to everybody who contributed and helped me get this system up and running. It took a while to get it going, but I'm so grateful. I'll put Kay back up in a second. I've got this right now. This is the camera. I still have the other camera that I can, like this. This is just using the regular camera on the iPhone, which looks good, but it's in a much faster frame rate. I don't know that I like that. It's a little too fast. It looks a little too weird. And also the lighting's not as good. Looks better on the other thing. So it's a little bit weird. So I'll get that all going, but I'm going to dump that. This looks more pro. And I also like the slower frame rate because like 60 frames per second looks like a soap opera to me, and I'm not a big fan of that look at all. I like film. So not that this looks like film, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. You remember now. Da, 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 da. She's so good. Despite having 3 legs, she runs everywhere. I believe it. You know why? Because you gave her purpose. Drooby doo. You gave her purpose. She has a life worth living now. You know, God knows where she came from and who the dreadful people were that left her for dead. But shame on them, and God bless you. And that's all I have to say about it. That's all I have to say. Love you guys. Thanks so much. I'll be back tomorrow for Welcome Wednesdays. If anybody wants to come on the show tomorrow, drop me a line because I'm going to do it. I've decided Wednesday is the day. Basherdirk@gmail.com. If you want to send something to the Gallery of Bastards, you know how to do it. You send it there. And if you want to write me a little note saying, Dirk, I'd love to be a part of tomorrow's show. I'm not saying you get to hang out the whole time. Just come on in, say hi to the Bashers. So sometimes you can place a face with a name. Some of you like to remain in the shadows, and that's cool too. Absolutely cool too. But it's going to be called Welcome Wednesdays tomorrow. And I'm going to do a thumbnail just like we talked about. It's going to be wine and Italians, and they're going to be in Italy, legati. It'll be fantastic. Guys, thanks so much. Remember to say, to hold the door open. Remember to say please and thank you. And remember, if you encounter somebody who's not so nice, give them the benefit of the doubt, because they could be going through something really, really terrible. You have no idea. Or they're just a nasty old